We've got 13 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And here is Roten. There's a screen by Noel. 2 on the clock, and it's good on the way in. 14 points for Roten.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. Livingston is out there with Iguodala. Then it's Rush. Then there's Maurice Spates, and it's Green in at the 4 slot. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. The Warriors on top, running away with it. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He ended up with 17 points, 2 steals, and 5 assists. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, their field goal percentage is a number that jumps off the page. May I say it's Shaq-like?
That's a good one.
Seriously, they're incredibly efficient shooting the basketball, and I don't think they settle for any bad shots. And you're never going to go wrong with that strategy.
Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
They're getting completely outworked on the glass. Giving up that many rebounds is how you dig yourself into a hole like this, Ernie. They want to close the gap on the scoreboard. They got to close the gap on the boards. You like that, Ernie? They want to close the gap on the scoreboard. They got to close the gap on the boards. Oh, I'm so good.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
And the threes, they just dropped for him consistently. He was in a zone in that first half.
I'll say, this couldn't have been a more productive day for him from long range so far.
And guys, this 76ers team still trying to forge an identity. One thing that is sure, they will attack the basket, and a lot of fearless players on this roster.
We've got Tony Roten. Noel is out there with Okafor. Then it's Hollis Thompson. And it's Sampson in at the 3 spot. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. It's stolen by Curry. And there's Barbosa. That's good on the assist by Bogut. Bogut's got his 6th assist on the night.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. That aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Here's Sampson. Back to Okafor. Lock at 6. Here's Roten. Second shot opportunity, and it's Okafor missing.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. It's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Stolen by Thompson. Pass to Sampson. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Well, the 76ers do go at the basket without hesitation. They're fearless, Clark, going inside. Led the NBA last season on points off drive.
Well, I like to say you've got to use what you have. They didn't have many shooters, so that means head down, get to the rim.
And so it's Golden State with it. 76ers getting the bucket. Kicks it out to Barbosa. Fires for 3. No good. Good D by Thompson. For Philadelphia, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room with the break. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Iguodala. Timeout called the 76ers. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
They were just locked really in a zone from a team defense standpoint, and nobody ever got stuck on an island. There was always somebody providing help, and the communication was tremendous.
And that was the key, Greg, the communication and the teamwork. You can't play good rotating defense if you're not communicating and on the same page. They were doing all of that at a high level.
Okafor gets the bucket.
You know, the turnaround jumper, guys, is one of those shots that always just looks so good. I mean, it's got that nice, smooth, singular motion. Sweet.
Now here is Barbosa. He's got 13. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Barbosa's got 15 points.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
And Iguodala knows just how deadly his teammates can be from outside, and he looks for them to get their shot before getting his own. I think this situation for him in Golden State's perfect for his skill set.
Here's Roten. Drills it from outside. 17 points in the game. Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. No one near Curry as he lets it go. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Iguodala with the steal. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Shoots it. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Sound offensively, really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
Now here's Roten. He's got 17. Picked by Okafor. There's the double team with Barbosa. Thompson inside the line. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Right side Curry. And another basket for Golden State.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
Picked by Okafor. Roten kicks to Thompson. From beyond the arc. Shot is no good. And Golden State will come the other way. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
And here's Thompson following Draymond Green's 3. Here's Noel, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam? It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Here's Sampson. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Picked by Okafor. It's Thompson off the drive, and he gets it to go. Thompson's got 12 points in the game.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Curry kicks to Bogut. And Barbosa has it in the corner. 5 to shoot. A three-pointer off the mark.
One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And that one's good. Thompson's got 6 in the quarter.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Curry kicks to Barbosa. 14 feet away. Nice spin off the left rim and in. He's got 17.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Here's Sampson. The feed to Okafor. Lets it go from 11. Again, Philadelphia.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Now here's Curry, and he has 28 points for the Nuggets.
Fantastic dunk, and He decided to hang around up there for a while, Kevin.
Well, maybe, he didn't want to land awkwardly. I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh,
maybe it
guys,
was
come on. He's up
safety
there
move.
posing. He's posing for the photographers. That's all that's about.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Golden State's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Bogut. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Roten kicks to Okafor, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Now here is Barbosa. 17 points in the game. Outside, Green. Ball's knocked loose. Roten kicks to Noel, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Quick hands on the steal, and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
Roten dishes to Okafor. Fades and shoots. Again, Philadelphia.
Just couldn't get a hand in the face on that one.
That's using what you got. He's got a height advantage, put it to good use there, and got himself a clean look.
Golden State's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Green, the screen. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. This break gives us the chance to see which teams have been the most successful in the transition game this month. The Warriors, number 1. The 76ers in second.
Yeah, I mean, the fast break is really the focus for both of these clubs. I mean, we've seen them take it up a notch here of late and really playing with a fast tempo.
To the inside. And slam dunk by Noel.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
The Warriors shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. Curry outside. Kept alive. Here's Bogut. Can't get it to go.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans. I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Definitely. 10 of their last 12 points have come off assists.
Now here is Barbosa. He's got 17. And Curry, here we go. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
The Warriors shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
That's good from Stephen Curry. There's 21 seconds left to play in the third. Now here's Roten. He's got 17. One second left. Misses. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Warriors ahead, just dominating this one. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. The 76ers shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Warriors. We've got Looney. Also, Festus Ezeli out there. McAdoo out there with Livingston. And it's Babb in at the 2 spot.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Roten, the pass to Grant. Kicks it to Aldemir. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And the Executive of the Year award is an odd one. I mean, giving yearly to the executive that was deemed to have had the best year with their roster, that is perhaps the hardest thing to evaluate.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one. And for the Executive of the Year award, it's hard to evaluate because for GMs, Clark, it takes years of moves to reach a certain point.
Yeah, it's an annual award, but it's awarded for years of decisions, if that makes any sense. One big signing or trade isn't quite enough to win the award.
And he sinks the second. And the Warriors with possession here. Following this game, they hit the road. They'll take on the Knicks in New York. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. And count it, 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
Just watching Festus Ezeli out of Vanderbilt play. He's got the big body inside, moves pretty fluidly, adroit, good footwork. He's kind of got the whole package.
Yeah, he does. He's a space eater. He's very strong, physically good frame. He's a load down there, and what you said, the fact that he's fairly agile, makes him tough.
Here's Aldemir. Shot clock at 3. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And they're giving themselves extra possessions and have taken advantage of it, and that's critical. You can shoot a few lesser percentage if you're getting more opportunities at the rim. You know, and Ezeli missing a lot of games with various injuries from the knee and ankle a season ago. He can be a quality rebounder and rim protector, but he's got to find a way to stay healthy.
When you can make adjustments to the shot in midair and midstream and still knock it down, you know you're flowing.
And Ezeli, originally from Nigeria, he picked up the game late. Only played 6 years of organized basketball before going pro, so still developing his hands and offensive skill set, but clearly he's got the tools physically to play.
Here is Livingston. Over to the wing. Here's McAdoo. Again, Golden State. Jackson with it. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here.
You know, for so long, the NBA has had 12-minute quarters. In last year's preseason, they began experimenting with the 10-minute quarters. Players seem to like it, but it would be a huge change philosophically in terms of how the game is played.
And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
And, guys, the thing that jumps out at me is their block shots. I mean, they're playing up on the shooters tightly, and then they're sending them packing. I mean, putting those shots in reverse, all in a clear, good day's work.
And Clark, with the 10-minute quarters, the players felt like they were fresher during the game. Still, removing 8 minutes from an NBA game does have huge consequences.
Well, we must remember it's being experimented with right now, so keep that in mind. They also talked about shortening the preseason and doing other things to keep players fresher during the year. I like the thought process. Boy, their struggles at the line this half really starting to haunt them. You just cannot afford to miss free throws. It's like skipping breakfast. At some point in time, it's going to come back to hurt you.
Jakar Sampson's checked in for Philadelphia. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also.
You look at the second half, and you can point to missed opportunities, especially at the foul line, as one of the main reasons for this loss, if they go on to do that here.
Here's Babb. There's the dish to McAdoo. Pass to Looney. Fires the three. Count the bucket.
It has been a three-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. It's Jackson with the drive. Now the pass to Sampson. Wallace outside. Passes it to Sampson. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Can they get it? Aldemir, no good.
And good defense there to play up and get a hand in the face.
Well, he's got a tough mindset. He's confident as a defender. And when you combine those two things, it makes it real hard to score on him.
And one thing that I know a lot of fans are worried about it is NBA jerseys with ads on them. It's something the NBA has explored more in-depth recently and would be another stream of revenue for the league.
And with the ads on the jerseys, it isn't something that would sit well with the fans probably, but around the globe, almost every other league in the world has ads on their jerseys.
You know, the NBA has shown that they're willing to try new things with jerseys, much like they've looked at other issues. It started with the sleeve jerseys, and advertisements is just another area they're exploring.
The Warriors have gone 7 of 7 from the field to start the final quarter. What an amazing start. Livingston got a piece of it. They get it back. Pass to Looney. At the top of the key, Livingston. Azili kicks to McAdoo. 6 to shoot. Jacks up a three. Another three for Golden State.
This defense is giving their shooters free rein to operate from behind the arc.
And when you allow shooters to get in a rhythm, then you're going to have problems because they can hit it even when you start to defend it with intensity.
And so here is Philadelphia after the Warriors pick up 3. And he gets it to go.
As long as they keep spraying them from deep, we're going to have ourselves one exciting finish.
Yeah, it took them a while, but now they're starting to get into a flow from outside. And boy, is that time.
No good. Some solid defense from Grant. The 76ers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. It's Jackson with the drive.
And one record that is going to be very hard for any player to ever match is the Iron Man streak. That record's held by AC Green as he played in 1,192 consecutive games. That kind of durability is going to be hard to match in the modern NBA.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for James Michael McAdoo.
And for Wallace last season, his main contribution was made on the sideline and in the locker room. A mentor and a spiritual leader for the Celtics. He rarely saw floor time, but his presence was felt by the young players looking for guidance, getting it from the aggressor we used to call Crash.
Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher, there's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played on the inside. You can play over the top. You've got a great advantage.
Grant gets a wide open look. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Grant's got 5 points in the quarter. Greg, when you think about Wallace's career, you think about the reckless style of play that led to his success, but also Clark off into the injuries.
Yeah, you know, I think the toughness Wallace is imbuing in the younger players is a positive as long as it's balanced with control and discipline. That's the key.
Here's Azili. Iguodala outside, hit his foot, and the ref saying he kicked it.
And for a long time in the NBA, the stretch four was kind of the anomaly and not the standard. Now it seems that you are the rare power forward if you can't hit a three. Very few traditional power forwards now in the NBA.
Now here's Jackson after the miss from Andre Iguodala. And now in transition, here we go. Iguodala, and Bab gets it to go.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
With the stretch four and the need for shooting at the position, they don't need to be a three-point threat, but they do need to be able to hit a mid-range jump shot.
Yeah, well said. I think you need to have guys that can make perimeter shots to create spacing. The game's evolving to a space-out-the-floor type game, and shot-making gives you a chance to do that.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Livingston kicks to Ezeli. Pass to Looney. Here's Ezeli. 5 on the clock. Here's Looney. Count it from 12. Looney's got 7 now in this quarter. The 76ers have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Screened by Grant. Jackson passes to Sampson. To the middle. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
It's still pretty early to judge, but so far the 2014 draft class has lived up to the hype. The top guys were as good as promised, and a lot of talent down later in the draft as well.
That one is off. With the 2014 draft class, Clark, it was so hyped up, a lot of teams probably didn't care that they were losing some games at the end of the year, as they themselves were testing some younger players on their roster.
Yeah, agree with you wholeheartedly there. And you look at the guys from that class, many of them have star potential.
And the Warriors making a change here. Curry's checked in. Good on the second free throw. Golden State's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Right wing. Looney passes to Curry. Golden State moving it around. Here's Looney. Ezeli dishes to Curry. Drills the three-pointer. Curry's got 37.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts.
Iguodala with the steal. Here's Ezeli. Feeds it to Iguodala. To the right side. Fires the three. Score the basket. His 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
Roten with it, and it's Iguodala picking him up. There's the screen. Jackson in the corner. The three. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Iguodala's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Curry. And another basket for Golden State.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And so when you look at the season record, this one will tally up win number 43 on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Yeah, and Greg, when it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Stephen Curry. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Here's Iguodala after the Sixers pick up 2. Another 3 for Golden State.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
And he gets it to go.
And this run not really doing them any good at this point, as late as it's starting to evolve.
Yeah, but kudos to him, Greg. I mean, the fight they're showing now, you got to give them credit for that. Would have been really easy to pack it in.
Curry kicks to Iguodala. Tries from 16, and Curry the bucket on the assist by Iguodala. Curry's got 43 points. Now Roten. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. Now time to send you over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Stephen Curry. No matter what they threw at him during the second half, it seemed like he had the answer and was able to find all the shots he wanted.
Just an unreal performance for him in so many ways. That was a player at the absolute top of his game. It's hard to imagine someone being any more dominant than he was tonight.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.